One of the art challenges that's been on my list for a while is a monochromatic painting. Now that I have an indigo, it seemed like a good time to tackle the blue willow plate. The plate belonged to my mother, and I've had it as a display piece for some years now. From what I've gathered, it was made in Japan, as shown on the back of this one, but what's depicted are Chinese motifs. And according to various online sites, the pattern was designed by an Englishman in the late 1700s. So, color me confused. I started with my size 4 round Neptune brush, and that was too small for the area being worked. I switched to my number 6 snap round. I think that would have worked okay, but the paper was Arches, 100% cotton, and it really needed a thirstier brush. So I then switched to the 12 round Neptune. Not ideal, and 8 probably would have been better, but it gave me the fast coverage I wanted. And never mind that the actual color on the plate is closer to ultramarine than indigo. 'Cause life's short, and I wanted to use indigo. By the way, to try something different, instead of graphite, I used a blue color pencil to sketch the design, and I'm wondering why it took me so long to think of it. About this plate. It's a relic from my childhood. Seriously, I recall eating many a meal off of it. Of course, back then, we had several more, but not enough to provide a matching set for the family. So it felt special whenever I got to use it. I can't remember what our other plates looked like, and is it any wonder since this is my favorite? Yeah, it brings memories of my mother and family meals such as hamburger rice and pot tacos. That last one might not be what you think. It was simply all of the taco fixings combined in a big cooking pot. You know, meat, sauce, tomatoes, cheese, and lettuce, mixed together, ready to be scooped onto a tortilla. After being involved with those culinary heights, it was respectfully retired from service and granted decorative status decades ago. By me. And I'm pretty sure it was there on a shelf when I served pot tacos, but without the hot and steamy lettuce, to producer Mike for the first time. Yeah, I don't always reminisce, but when I do, it's usually about food.
Anxiété latente, pas envie de recommencer ce qu'on foirait les parents, c'est bon, je l'ai vu cru, ça fait aïe, aïe. Moi, de toute façon, j'ai besoin de flow et de suite du temps. J'ai besoin d'être sûr que t'es la bonne pour me faire oublier toutes mes peurs et failles, failles. Trop de failles, pas me craille, non. Trop de failles, j'ai le cœur empaillé. Trop de failles, vas-y, me craille, non. Trop de failles, mon cœur left behind, my heart it dies. Ex and drifting memory that I couldn't keep on my ride, no. Afraid by, baby, my soul is sad and I really don't wanna mess it up with you, you're my final. Gotta fix it out, feeling and chasing to see beyond doubt, and gotta be a fool to search beside you. Gotta fix it out, feeling and chasing to see beyond doubt, and gotta be a fool to search beside you. Trop de failles, craille, non. Trop de failles, j'ai le cœur empaillé. Trop de failles, vas-y, me craille, non. Trop de failles, trop de cœur. Trop de failles, j'ai trop de failles, craille, non. Trop de failles, j'ai le cœur empaillé.
I had considered using the entire 9 by 12 sheet of arches and maybe adding some text on the side, but I thought this way would be better. And by that, I mean I wasn't up to a lot of writing at the time, so I took the easy route. The big question on my mind now is, what am I going to do with that leftover 3 by 9 piece? No way is it going to be a color testing strip. Arches isn't cheap, you know, and I'm not really big on bookmarks, so perhaps a couple of Halloween-themed trading cards. Once, some years ago, we actually printed out a bunch of 2.5 by 3.5 cardstock copies of some Halloween drawings I'd done, and included them in the treat bags we handed out that year. That might sound like a lot of work, but it was easier than hand-stitching a bunch of zombie felties. I did that one year, but before you go getting impressed over it, no, it wasn't for the treat bags. It was only 10 or so, and they ended up decorating our Halloween tree. That's right, we have a Halloween tree. Like I've been saying since August, we love autumn. This piece was intended to be a wintertime project, but it felt right to do it now, as a sort of break from the spooky stuff, before going full bore in October. I won't relate the story this image tells, but there will be a link in the description that explains it, as well as some of the history behind the production of this pattern. Confession time. It's embarrassing to admit, but I wish I'd done this piece in ultramarine rather than indigo. It would have better represented my plate, yes, but also the sentimental feels, I think. Looking at it as it is here, it just doesn't seem like my plate, really.
I need someone to hold my mind. I need someone to hold my mind. When the sun comes down and when I feel I've drowned, I need someone to hold. How I feel, I can show you, baby, one more time. When I fall asleep, yeah, I need you with me by my side. It's all I know now. I need you with me by my side. When I fall asleep,
I'm happy to share this nostalgic arting experience. Over the years, one by one, my childhood relics have disappeared, but at least I still have Mom's blue willow plate. Until next time, why not whip up some pot tacos for dinner? But maybe add the lettuce at the end. And stay artsy, my friends.